Hello. If you grew up in the kind of culture that I found myself in, then I'm guessing your immediate concept of spirituality would be religion or some kind of religiousness in some way. And that was exactly what resonated with me until just less than 2 years ago.
All the things I said to hold her back, they never seem to leave her head and tend to keep her mind at war. All the things I said to hold her back, they keep her locked inside of all the times when she's been hurt before.
So as I said, well, I grew up in a Christian-dominated country or culture where going to church every Sunday was considered to be the ideal spiritual journey. So for example, if you don't go to church every Sunday, it means that you're backsliding. It means that there's something wrong with you. We need to pay attention to you and find out why you are not connecting with God every Sunday. It was that bad. Like, I remember one time in high school, my mother came all the way to my high school to make a fuss about me not going to church every Sunday in school because my best friend, you naughty Amy, you naughty girl, my best friend reported me to her that I was not participating in church activities in school, and she was so mad about that. She came all the way there. Like, just to say that's just a side note, but that's how bad it was. So pretty much, if you were not joining the Sunday service every Sunday, if you're not joining the prayer warriors and praying all the time, if you're not reading scriptures in the church, if you are not pretty much not really seen as an active participant in the church, then it means you were not spiritual and you were not connected to God enough. At least that's how it was considered. I am a Christian. Thank God, more than 10 plus years ago, I personally walked up to that altar and I gave my life to Christ. And it's something that I've never regretted and I will never regret in my life. So currently it is by choice, but growing up like that, it was kind of forceful. And when you are forced into something, you get into it without really considering why you are there, because it's not really up to you, right? Especially because you were young or in a kind of situation where you just have to follow the status quo, and so you don't really understand why you are in something, and you don't really understand the pillars or the foundations of that value system or of that belief. But thank God for my life. Sometime late 2020, that took a completely different turn, because sometimes God will put you in situations where or put you in circumstances that will cause you to direct all your questions within. I always had so many questions like, is this really what Christianity is about? Is this really what having faith is about? Like, going to church like every Sunday, or going to a specific wherever you go to have some kind of a fellowship where someone in human form just as you gets to interpret the word of God to you, and then we get so codependent on someone else interpreting the word of God when we have the Spirit of God within us to actually interpret His word in a way that sits right to our spirit and our relationship with Him. I always had questions about that. Is that really what it was? Somehow I never really felt a true belonging, because I always felt kind of ostracized. I always felt kind of different, and I wasn't particularly into the character system that was built into the people who were in the church. And this is not to shame my fellow brothers and sisters. I love my fellow Christians. I every time I meet someone who is not ashamed and not afraid to talk about the things of God and their love for Jesus, I have nothing but honor and admiration for them, because in this day and age, not everyone is comfortable to talk about their faith and their passions. So that's not the point, but I'm just saying that I had so many questions, because my standards and how I think that we should love each other and how I think that we should really connect to each other is not what I was seeing. And so that was the center of my problem, the sense of connectivity, where everything looked perfect image-wise, but I couldn't really feel that true connection that I thought the brethren or children of God should have with each other. So that's pretty much what happened. So fast forward late 2020, I had a very specific experience that caused me to go within myself and direct my questions within, because that particular experience you can never, put your questions outward. You have to look within you, and I had to find the presence of God within myself, because I needed questions answered, and I needed to look back at my life, and I needed to look back at what was really my faith and my passions and my purpose. And in order to find those things, I needed to connect more with myself. And that was when I began to find that God is really in everything, and God is in plants, and God is in animals, and God is in this world, and God's presence is felt in my phone, and God's presence is felt within the environment, and God's presence is within other people, irrespective of their faith, irrespective of their belief, no matter how contrary it is to you. I once fell out of friendship with a friend who didn't consider me and our other friends spiritual enough to keep company with, because mind you, see, for Christians, we there is this word in the Bible that talks about not being, equally yoked with people, basically like people who have other beliefs. And although I was Christian, she didn't think that we were spiritual enough, or she didn't think we were active or godly or righteous enough to keep friendship with us. Like it was that bad. So she ended up falling out of friendship with us, a friendship that we built for over 10 years, So but everyone's, when you find that spirituality is really about connectivity to your inner voice, connectivity to your inner self, connectivity to your inner peace, to plants, to animals, to people, irrespective of where they come from or who they are, then you would have the ability to connect with everyone, to love everyone, to embrace everyone. And I think that's really the true essence of God. There is almost 8 billion people on this planet, and God created every single one of them. And no matter what they believe, what they do, where they are, where He placed them in this universe, He has love for every single one of them. And so if we really want to embody the love of God and the love of Christ, we cannot ostracize people just because they haven't found their way to God yet. Everyone finds their way to God in their own way. God has put everyone on a completely different journey to finding Him. It's all about how you feel God in your heart, and how you feel that how abundant the universe is. And when you really see that the universe has space for everything and everyone, the magnitude of love that you feel, and the magnitude of connectivity that you feel for everything in this universe and everyone will really expand, and you will begin to understand even Christianity from a completely different perspective, and you're just gonna love more. See, there's paganists, there's Buddhists, there's Satanists, there's atheists, there's people who absolutely believe in nothing, and we're all living in this world. And spirituality and even Christianity is your ability to transcend what you see in the ethereal realm, and translate it into a way that allows you to embody love and compassion, and to be a safe space for others, because that's really what God is. That God is a safe space for everyone. Everyone prays to God in their own way. Everyone believes that they are praying to a higher power, that someone that truly loves them unconditionally, and we all pray to Him. I've worked with people who have they have a whole setup in their house, and they have idols, and they have items, and when you speak to them, you will really see that that's their whole idea of worshiping God. That's their whole idea of talking to the universe. And so I'm like, that's completely different from what I know, but I cannot say that that's wrong. You know what I mean? None of us has truly met God in the physical. So if somebody connects with Him in the way that they do, I don't find anything wrong with that. And we can actually engage in conversations, open-minded conversations that really explore what our sense of spirituality is compared to how someone also views it, and we can really learn from each other and love each other more. So the essence of what I'm saying is that I have found for myself that God is in everything, and God is within me, and that nothing written in any book or any journal or nothing established in this world can dictate how I should connect with God, or how you should connect with the universe, or whatever it is that you believe in. You essentially find the true essence and value of your faith in whatever it is that you believe in, and that should allow you to expand your horizon and expand your mind and your sixth sense, and to really have love and embrace for everything in this universe, because God created everything and He's in everything. His presence is felt everywhere if you truly seek Him. That essentially for me, to connect with me and to connect with my soul and my spirit, is to connect with God. You know, and not because it was told to me, but because I've truly seen it and I've truly felt it for myself in a way that I feel so much abundance of it, I can spread it to the world. So I hope that this video helps you to also reflect on what's your center point, what's your sense of spirituality, what's your faith, what do you believe in, and how can you be authentic on the journey, on what you have found that resonates with you in terms of spirituality, your faith, whether you're a Christian, you're a paganist, you're an atheist, whatever it is that you believe in. Find your center point, find your balance, so that you don't get thrown off by what somebody says that spirituality or your faith should be to you. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you will hit the like button if you really like this video or want more content like that. Let me know if you have any video ideas for me to make in subsequent videos. Do subscribe. It really helps me. And leave me a comment in the comment section. I respond to every single one of them and I truly appreciate it. Your comments, your likes, and your subscriptions really tell YouTube that this video is so good. This video is informative and educative, and it can go on to recommend this video to other people here on the YouTube community. So that so much help to the small community that I'm trying to create here. I hope that you are having a good time and navigating through this stormy COVID season as I am now, and I will see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye.